Much love. Thank you for chiming in. Always. Peace and blessings. What's good? Early in the morning. I'm not that early. 9 and some change is all good. Peace and blessings. Make sure you do me the favor. Like and share the page. I'm going to give you guys a few minutes. Yep. While I take my ginger shot. Good morning. It's a beautiful day today. Get on up, get on out, and make it happen. Do what you got to do. Make it do what it do, as they say. Make it do what it do. What's good with you? I got some good sleep. I feel really energetic and really good today. Much love. Chime on in. Chime on in. Chime on in. Yep. I'm waiting for a few to chime in. Do me the favor and hit me with a 1 in the chat if you're able to let me know that the sound is good. Thank you. Let me know if the sound is good. I need a 1 in the chat. We're going to go ahead and get on with this topic. I need to know if the sound is good. Don't forget to represent the Supreme Sunshine Shea Butter. A smell that's magnificent. The feeling is great. It goes real smooth on your skin, especially for this weather, man. Don't forget to pick up the Supreme Sunshine Shea Butter. That pineapple coconut smells so good. Yeah, man. It's a blessing just to wake up. You should be happy. And when you jump out of the shower, you get ashy. And if you need a good solution, you can ask me. I'm David Adams, and I tell you quick that Supreme Sunshine Shea Butter. Yeah, man. Good morning. I need a 1 in the chat if you can do me that favor to let me know if you hear me really good. I appreciate it. Much love and respect. You see the topic? Need a 1 in the chat. You see the topic? I'm telling you, this butter is really, really good, man. And it definitely clear up spots. It makes sure, the ash that you may have on your ankles or your heels, if you throw this on at night and put your socks right on, I'm telling you, you're gonna wake up your heels gonna be nice and smooth. And it's really good for the whole body. You know what I mean? It's even good to put in your hair, so you get your hair nice and moist, and you get that nice, beautiful smell. The Supreme Sunshine Shea Butter. Grand Rising, sir. What's good with you, my brother Brody? How you feel? Much love and respect. Thank you for tuning in, mother. I appreciate you, my man Brody. What's good with you? Yeah. Grand Rising to you as well, my brother. All right. So, y'all make sure y'all go check out Brody too. He has a very good, inspiring early morning show and very uplifting. The brother has been doing this thing for a while, and it's good to see real brothers, speaking on certain topics, man. So much love to you, Brody, bro. No doubt. So the topic is going to be, as you can see, mom basically crashed out on her son. And this is very trending right now. So I want to know from you guys, do you think she had rights to do what she did? Do you think it was right to do what she did, as far as, well, for those that maybe didn't really see it, I want to just go ahead and show you the video. Okay, I want to show you the video. That's what I want to do. I don't want to jump to conclusions. I want you guys to see it for yourself, and I'll give you my perspective on it while we watch. After we watch, I should say. But anyway, don't forget to pick up the Supreme Sunshine Shea Butter. And also, I want to let you know, guys, if you would like to support the show, do me the favor and go ahead and scan this barcode. If you scan the barcode, you can help out in supporting me and the endeavors that I'm doing on this particular show. And I appreciate it very much. There's the barcode. Just go ahead and scan it. If you want to send me $1, it's cool. If you want your comment to be highlighted and seen, send me something. It don't matter what it is. And I will make sure that your comment is highlighted today regarding this particular episode. All right. So I thank you again for all those who chimed in, who will chime in later. But the topic is a deep topic regarding the young lady who woke up in the middle of the night. I don't know if she woke up or if she was watching TV, just chilling, or whatever the case may be. A lot of people in the comments were saying things like she was watching all types of late night movies or whatever, and it was just kind of comical. But this is not a comical situation. This is a real situation. This is a situation that some people may have been dealing with themselves, and it's a real difficult situation when you're dealing with something like this. Her son seems to be living the life, if you know what I mean, on the other side. And she woke up to him bringing an older man in the house. The son is allegedly 17 years old. I don't know how true that is, but it was said that he's 17, okay? And through the night, brings the man in the house. And you can see her silhouette coming out of the room after the young man went back into the room. But she heard a noise, knocking something over. So she confronted the young man, which is her son, and says, "Who's that? What's that?" So he tried to run out his room and run to her and say, "Oh, it's nobody," playing it off. But she, brushed right past him like she not stupid. And she walked right into that room. And lo and behold, there it is. A man was in there saying, okay. But she came in with what's that called? An aluminum bat. And she went to work. She was not playing no games. Both hands on it. So the older guy, runs out of the room. Okay. And she started going in. And here's the video so you guys can get the actual details for yourself. And I want your opinion on this. You let me know what you think about it. All right? Give me a minute. How's everybody feeling, by the way? How is everybody feeling, by the way? Here we go. Cut the volume up real quick. I actually thought it was up.
Who was that? Why the table fall? Why the table fall? Why was that shit fall? Who just left up out of my motherfucking house?
Nobody's in there.
Who just left up out of here?
Nobody's in the house.
Get your motherfucking ass!
I'm sorry.
Get out! Get your bitch ass! Get your...
Okay.
I'm going to rewind it. So you hear the noise. That's the noise she heard.
is that? Why the table fall?
You know, notice the intuition. Automatically, she like, who that? I think she called his name at first, but then when she, realized, hold up, that's not usual for the table to be falling or something knocking off the table.
Why the table fall? Why was that shit fall? Who just left up out of my motherfucking house?
Nobody's in there.
Who just left up out of here?
Nobody's in there.
Automatically, he says nobody's in there.
Get your motherfucking ass!
I'm sorry.
Get out! Get your bitch ass out of home! Get your
Okay.
bitch ass out of my house!
Okay.
Get your bitch ass out of my house, nigga! Get your bitch ass out!
Now, I think rightfully so, and I want to get your opinion and your analogy on that. First of all, fear, one of the reasons why she came out the house or out the room, I should say, with a bat. So I think the fear was there at first. Yeah. And rightfully so, when you go into your child's room and you see a stranger, you ready to go in, rightfully so. Because not only are you in protective mode, fear, now comes also the anger on top of it, right? So I guess no man is there. So the protective mode is in her. That's why she came in there with that. Now, if she had a pew, she would have been definitely right in pewing because it was a shot. She don't know if this dude is trying to coerce her son into a certain situation. She don't know if this man is going to come in there and rob or, unalive them both. So coming in there with the pew probably would have been, I don't know, you tell me, would have been justified. So we're going to talk about a lot of little things too, because I want to get different angles from everyone to see how you're thinking about this particular perspective, right? We're going to continue the video. But once again, thank you for chiming in. I appreciate you, my man, Ezra. Peace and blessings, brother, to you. I thank you for chiming in. Much love. Appreciate you, brother. Ezra said, I would have crashed out. Once again, if you want me to highlight your comment, if you can send something by going ahead and scanning this barcode that you see on the screen, I will highlight your comment. I appreciate it. Much love. But we're going to continue on. I'm just going to go ahead through it, all right? Here we go. For those just chiming in.
You playing? You playing? You still doing that type shit?
So you heard what she said. You playing and you still doing the GAY shit? Yeah. So evidently, this is nothing new. This isn't something that she don't know about. This isn't something that she may have come in contact with before. This is something that he may have tried countless times. She may have experienced this or come across this countless times because the anger and how she's saying it, the tone in which she's saying it, and the pressure of how she's swinging says everything.
Why didn't nigga in here? Why didn't nigga in here? Why that nigga in here? Why that nigga in here?
Yeah.
Bitch, why that nigga in here?
And she calls him out of name. Some people got upset with that. Some people got angry with that part. Why she calling him up? And then you said you have some people saying, well, that's what he is. So there you have it on that. And I will play it again in a minute for those who just chime in. And if you missed it, I will go through the video again. But if you can do me the favor while you're watching, if you can go ahead and scan this barcode and send in a little something to support the show, I really appreciate it. All right. So we're going to go ahead and talk about this actual and break this thing down. Now, she's home. It's late. We get it, and she comes out. She discovers that her 17-year-old is allowing somebody to come in that's a grown man. And this is her reaction. Her reaction, she's a mom, you know what I mean? She's probably single. And she's in shock. She's in fear. She's angry on top of that. So, rightfully so, which any mother, especially in the hood or in our culture, they definitely are going to, defend like a bear would defend their cub or a baby bear. You know what I mean? So she grabbed what she closest thing to her, and that's her weapon of her choice, and went off on the man first, and then goes in on her son. But you know me, I ask questions, like many of you. The deeper question is, where is the line between the parent protecting their child and a parent literally losing control? That's what I want to ask. And I get it. All of us would have, in a spur of the moment like that, may have crashed out. But I want to ask this question on top of that while I'm there. Because I've seen a lot of people in the comments saying, that's right, that's right. And I was saying the same thing. You know what I mean? Get at them. You know what I mean? Do what you got to do. But then I turned it around. I said, what if that was a man, a father, and the young lady was 17 years old with an older woman that she brought in the house? Those are the questions I ask sometimes. I said, what if that was a man? Under the comment board, the women were going in. That's right. Yeah, tear him up. And him. He gets it too. Both of them. Bop, bop, bop. Rightfully so, from the emotions and understanding of that night, of that situation. But switch it around. If that father would have done that to that older woman, crack, 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 then turn around and does it to his daughter, crack, 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 what would be the results or the consequences there? And we all know, I just want to pause it for a minute to give a whole nother perspective, a whole nother scenario. We all know that father, by swinging on that daughter, would have been under the jail. Oh yeah, I think so. It would have been a wrap. Oh yeah. Just want to get that out the way. All right. So now the question still is, where's the line between parenting and losing control? All right. Um, Perspective one, the mother fear, and she also had this feeling of betrayal. Also, on top of the anger and protection, right? Now, I'm looking at it from her angle. I'm looking at it from her perspective. She was pissed off, man. She was pissed off in the middle of the night. I'm in here chilling, watching Madlock, and I hear something afraid, thinking somebody broke in the house. What's that? Grab the bat, and and she's like, it's my son having a stranger come in here. Is this what he doing? Thinking how many times he may have done this when I wasn't home. You feel me? Or when I was asleep. So she walks into a situation that really could have ended totally different, man. Really could have ended really different. What if this was a dude who was trying to get in there and harm both of them? But the son being naive, not knowing, not realizing, okay, granted, I definitely don't condone the lifestyle. I just want to make that clear. But what if she's thinking that her home is about to be robbed and they're about to be offed, unalive? So I want you to stay with me. I want you to, think on the level of where she's coming from. That's where I'm at right now. I'm just trying to look at her angle. And I want to give her that benefit of the doubt because she is the mom and she is the caregiver to this child. All right. So here it is, a grown man in the house with a minor. All right. She don't know what's going to go on. She don't know what's going on. What if she was dozed off a little bit and sleep and heard that noise? Going to sleep to a cartoon, going to sleep to Matlock, going to sleep to whatever she's watching, you know? And then out of nowhere, bang, hear that noise. And in that split second, her brain is saying all types of stuff to her, along with the triggering of the emotions. Yo, protect the house. I got to protect my son. Got to do something. Single mom, allegedly. Because if it was a man there, that would have been totally different. All right. Protect my son, protect my home now. That's what's going on. All right. So that explains deep down inside, that explains the swinging. That explains the grabbing of that particular item off the bat, hands down. That's understood. That's understood. Um, but now that explains the swinging on the grown man that was in the house countless times. And if you notice, she never really missed. It was clink, clink, clink. Every swing connected to an elbow, connected to a shoulder, or connected directly to the head. Facts. She was not playing no games. There was not one miss as I checked that out. It wasn't one miss. So, but then you got to say to yourself, when she started going towards her son, now, when she swung at her son one time and connected, King, after that, the more swinging, the constant swinging, that's where the story actually changes right there. It changes a little bit right there. Why does it change? Now, parenting mixed with fear, frustration, anger, on top of seeing the boy's sexuality. Yeah. Seeing the boy's sexuality on top of all of that. Which she already basically probably struggles with. She probably struggles with that. She probably been struggling with that for a long time. She may have been struggling with that for years. Maybe she never accepted it, but ignored it. Maybe she ignored it, but seen it when he was in his 5, 8, 1-digit numbers, but never really corrected it or tried to correct it or allow it to just blossom and felt I'm accepted, but then had change of heart. You never know. I'm just giving scenarios, just giving perspectives as we do here on the show. What's yours? What's your perspective? Well, the thing is, I'm trying to give you different perspectives on the whole scenario, and I get it, and I understand it. The anger, the frustration, the swinging, all of that. I understand it. But then I want to just show you something from each of their angles. Now I want to just give you the angle of the son. Okay. Now he sneaks the dude in. Okay. He's already a confused young man. He's already confused. He's already probably at that point where he feel like that the mother is not accepting that his lifestyle. I'm not talking about the bringing in the son. I mean, bringing in the old head right now. All right, I'm just talking about the son's perspective, where he's coming from. I'm not trying to jump the gun, and I don't want you to jump the gun. Also, I want you to just stay with me, follow me if you could. So an already confused young man, she showed that she don't accept this lifestyle. She already shows that. So you know she didn't accept it from the beginning. And then on top of that, now don't get me wrong, sneaking a man or a grown man in the house, that's dangerous, man. That's a dangerous thing. Little secret meetings and all that. Yeah, that's not cool. Bad decisions. Dangerous decisions at that. That don't make him a bad young man, though. Bad in his decisions, but it makes him kind of naive, I should say. Naive. Maybe if you look at the whole scenario, the bigger picture, naive with no proper guidance, limited guidance, because where's the damn daddy from Jump Street? Adding a dad to that scenario might be a little different. It might be another perspective. Might be a different perspective, is what I'm trying to say. All right? If you can do me the favor, if you want your comment highlighted, I will highlight it by going ahead and scanning the barcode so we can add something to the show of your appreciation. And I appreciate if you do that. And your comment will be up and we can discuss it. So now back to this thing here. But here's the bigger question, too. Was he groomed? Was he groomed by this older head? Was he manipulated? Was he misled? Was he on one of them sites and hear this old head trying to do the sneaky link? You know what I mean? Manipulating a young boy. Good question. Or the other question, was he willingly inviting someone who knew he was still underage? Was he willingly inviting? So those are the that determines a lot. That determines everything, really. Those two questions that I asked. Now, let's go from the perspective of the older man. I just try to break some things down to get what you feel and what you think about it also, so you can put your comments on the comment board. And if you want to highlight it once again, I will highlight it with the scanning of the barcode. Now, here's perspective 3, and this is the older guy, the older man, the legal and moral side of it. Whether the man intended something sexually or not, the moment of the grown man entering into that home, into that house, to be with a minor, that's weird. That definitely becomes a legal situation immediately. Oh, yeah, immediately. That's a legal situation. No doubt. No doubt. Those legal situations, it could be possible contributing to delinquency of a minor right away. Not even possible. It is. You know what I mean? Because an adult meeting with the minor in secret, that's definitely a charge. That's definitely a charge. He got to go under the jail. Oh, yeah. He got to go under the jail. Let me know if you made a deposit. I will go ahead and highlight your comment and we can discuss it, engage together with your comment. Now, let's get back to this real quick. So, depending on the situation, depending on how the mother, pursued this, oh yeah, he definitely going to jail. And it's on tape. She has it on her cameras. Right? So now we got a possible trespassing. Not possible, it is. I mean, like I said, depending on how she go with it. Trespassing concerns. Even if nothing happened at that moment, once they investigate the intent, yeah. Even if nothing happened, but the intent definitely was what she figured and know to be that it was. Right? 3, trespassing. Because he's a minor. It's her house. And he's the older man is an adult, knowing this is a minor. He didn't get the consent from mom. Nope. Didn't get the consent from the mother. So Definitely trespassing. All right. Because the mother didn't give permission. The man was not supposed to be in that house. It's a minor, it's endangerment, right? That's four. Grown man in the house, red flags right away. CPS involvement. If the authorities believe the house is unsafe, automatically CPS involvement right there. So from the legal angle, I'm giving you different angles to look at. All right. So from the legal angle, the adult is mainly the ones that will be the biggest legal risk. Period. Oh yeah. And this entire situation. I'm going to show you the video for those that never see this video. I'm gonna play it for you in a minute again. I want your comments. If you would like to go ahead and send in a little something, I appreciate it. I'll highlight your comment to go right on the screen. All right. So here's 5. Was she right to swing the bat at him? For the older man, people are definitely saying yes. I'm just looking at what I've seen on certain comment boards and certain videos. Everyone is saying that she's 100% correct on that. Yeah. And I do agree. I definitely agree on that. Oh yeah. She was surprised. She was scared. No, defending her home. That's only right. Defending her child. So the swinging of that thing, but defending the home, depending on the state, that makes a big difference too. If depending on the state, okay, because we know it's all wrong. We know everything about this whole situation is messed up. What that son did was messed up. What that older man did coming to that young man's house, man. You know what I mean? She could argue self-defense. Yeah, she can definitely argue self-defense on a minor. Yep. 6, was she right to swing at her son? Now, this is where it gets complicated. You know what I mean? This is where it gets complicated, I guess, as far as the law is concerned. She swung on the one that's the trespasser, the one breaking in or whatever. She swung on him and the victim, which is her son. Morally, she reacted out of fear. She reacted out of anger, of course. But crossing into the physical assault on your child, now that's where things change a little bit, because he's scared. He's scared of you. You know what I mean? And that's not really healthy for him. That's not really healthy parenting. If you break it all down, now, I know we coming from a certain culture. I get that. Don't get me wrong. I'm with you on that. But we're talking now in the so-called legal sense now, how is this going to affect her and the son? That's where I'm going. I know what you would do. I understand what you would do. I understand what I would do. But legally, I want you to stay with me. Follow me. How it's going to affect them in these courts. You know? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, yeah. Once again, I thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate you tuning in. And we're going to show the video in a minute. If you want to make your comment and you want your comment to be highlighted, do that barcode. If you go ahead and snap it real quick, I'm going to shine it real quick again. And go ahead and snap the barcode real quick. And go ahead and, give a little something. Show a little love, I should say. I appreciate it. All right. So let me get back to it real quick. No, the son actually brought him in. He didn't break in. I'm going to show you the video now. Excuse me, y'all. I'm just getting my eat on too at the same time. Here we go. So the son made some noise, or the dude that walked in. So the son know his way around the house at night in the dark. So he wouldn't be knocking nothing over. It's the guy that came in that don't know his way around, knocking something over, making this noise to startle and wake up the mom. Here we go.
Who is that? Why the table fall? Why the table fall?
That's those women antennas, that intuition. Hold up. Why the table fall? You ain't never knocked that over.
Why that shit fall? Who just left the out of my motherfucking house?
Yep. Who just left that out of my house, girl? I know you not knocking that over, son. You don't do that. You have never done that.
Nobody's in there.
Who just left up out of here?
Nobody's in there.
Get your motherfucking ass!
I'm sorry.
Get up! Get
Now hear the man say, I'm sorry.
your bitch ass out of here! Get your
Okay.
bitch ass out of my house! Get your bitch ass out of my house, nigga! Get your bitch ass out!
Now, we all agree that was commendable. That was satisfying. Our culture, she did a thing. And like I said, didn't miss one swing. Every swing, you heard king, 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 on point. Now it switches. She comes back in. I don't know. What would you do? No one really knows what they would do under those types of emotions, anger, frustration. Depending on your level of what they call, what we talk about, what we threw around since COVID, emotional intelligence. Depending on your emotional intelligence, that you have right now, what would you do after going in on the man?
You playing? You playing? You still doing that tight shit?
All right. So you know, she said, you playing? You still doing the GAY shit? Yeah. So this is nothing new. Okay? This is nothing new. Let me go to the chat real quick, see what y'all talking about. My man Ezra definitely said he'll crash out. Oh yeah. Um, so Musa says I'm dealing with the facts. And that's what I'm dealing with too, my brother. That's why I've showed you the video. The son allegedly brought this person into the house. You said, let's start there. I just showed you the video. What do you think about the video now? Did he break in or did he bring them in? After you've seen this thus far, what's your perspective on the facts that I just showed you? And one thing I don't like people telling me what I'm doing hypothetically. I don't like that. I did give the boy's age. At the beginning, I said the boy age was 17 years old. I did give the boy's age. If you listen to the verbiage of when I started this whole show, the boy age was 17. And not only did I give the age, I gave the age in the actual description of the video. All right. So you see the video. Play a little more. She never missed one swing on the young man.
Why that nigga in here?
Why
Why that nigga in here?
Not one swing.
Why that nigga in here? Why that nigga in here, bitch?
Yep. And people are upset with the verbiage. Beep.
Why that nigga in here?
And she also said, you still doing the same thing? You still doing this GAY? So this is nothing unusual, is what I'm trying to say to her. So if the son felt safe, this is a conversation he would have had with his mother. If the son felt safe. Now we got past all of the swinging on both situations, the anger, the fear, the protection, the the protecting the home, the protecting the son, the older man coming into a minor's house, not not having that right. And we talked about all of that. We talked about the morals of that. We talked about the legalizations of that, the legal situations of that. Now we're just basically trying to separate. We have to try to separate the danger, right, from the identity. Okay? The danger, the parents must separate the danger from identity. So I think that by her swinging and mentioning, oh, you still doing this gay, yay, chat, chat, that's all of that coming out, right? That's all of that coming out. Because at the end of the day, once again, I do not condone it, the lifestyle. But at the end of the day, that's still your child. And that's what some people are also saying. It's still your child. And most people do talk about the fact that if my son was this way, if my daughter was this way, I still would accept them. And I'm quite sure she have mentioned that as well. And that's one of my hypotheticals. I'm quite sure she mentioned that as well. I'm going to accept him how he is, who he is. And she may have said this to friends and family, but not in my house. You can do what the hell you want to do, but you're not going to do that in my house. Now, we heard that plenty of times from, our community when it comes to that particular situation. And I get it. When you 18, 19, you get your own and go do whatever you want the hell to do in your house, but you're not going to do that in my house. And I get that. Right? Now, we understand that the threat is not who he is as a person as far as his sexuality. That wasn't the threat. We understand that the threat was the man in the house with a minor. Okay? We understand that's the threat, not the gayness. The threat was the grown adult in the home with a minor. Now, 3, we all understand adults need to stay the hell away from minors, man, with that type of, energy, man. Real talk. Adults need to stay away from minors with that kind of energy, with that type of spirit, forcing yourself, manipulating yourself on a young person, especially the same sex. Real talk. Even if the act happened, right? Even if the act had happened and that mother had a pum pum and it happened and she caught you in the act, I think it would be rightfully so. You should be at that moment, her walking into that room, you should have been or would have been, which my hypothetical unalived. Facts. Hypothetically, because like I said, even if it didn't happen, that's a dangerous, dangerous territory. Her reaction was human, man. Her reaction was human, a natural human instinct. She had a right. That was her human, natural instinct. But it wasn't necessarily what some people have said, and I agree. A little debate on it. I agree, but it wasn't necessarily wise because now it puts the son and the son and the mother in a whole nother situation, not just morally, but legally. You know what I mean? Legally, yeah. Oh, by the way, shout out to my man Olaf for the shirt. The shirt I'm wearing right now, From the Streets to the Court. Real dope gear he got. L2B, Love to Ball, From the Streets to the Court. I thank you for um, the outfit, brother. I appreciate it. L2B. Y'all check them out. Yeah, so that's the thing right there, man. So anger mixed with fear, that will definitely make somebody swing. Yeah, that will make somebody swing. Anger, fear, frustration, all the emotions going on inside. Yeah, that's gonna make anybody swing. You know what I mean? And think later. You know what I mean? You're gonna think later. You ain't thinking about that right now. You ain't thinking about that at that moment. You ain't thinking logical. You ain't thinking morals. You ain't thinking court. You ain't thinking legal. You ain't thinking about none of that when it comes to your child in the house. So I get that as well. And we understand that. Like I said, our actions was human. But what I do see and understand, what I do see and understand is there is some healing needed. There is some healing needed in this situation. Um, Healing is needed. Some therapy is definitely going to be needed. The family will need lots of conversations to repair now this trust. You know what I mean? On both sides. Yeah, on both sides. So as I leave you this morning, man, this story isn't about a bat. It's not about a bat. And it's not about fear. It's mainly about sexuality, parenting, safety, and it's about how one moment, man, one moment in a family's life can change how a family actually sees itself forever. One moment, man. Real talk. One moment. Now, there is no perfect answer to this situation. There is no perfect answer. And I don't claim to have the answers. Don't get it twisted. But I do see there are lessons in this. Yeah, there are lessons in every parent and every teen and every adult, even you that's watching, should pay attention to this. Because it's a lot of situations that's going to be similar to this on the uprise, in the near future, within the next 5, 10, 15 years. It's happening now because what we have going on, what the government is actually condoning. So a lot of this strange stuff going to be going on. So it's definitely a lesson. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. If you want to make your comment, put it on the comment board. I will engage with you thereafter this video. All right. If you haven't seen the video that I'm talking about, go back and watch the video for yourself at the beginning of this podcast right here. So, what you say, Alberta? Thank you for chiming in. By the way, Alberta, thank you. Appreciate you. Much love. Thank you for chiming in. Always good to see your name come up on the stream. Much love, respect. My sister Alberta. Um, Alberta says, "This is the problem. I knew this problem was going to arrive because a gay adult feels it's okay to have a relationship with an underage gay individual. This is the agenda they are trying to push. You know, it's funny that you say that because I did a show on something like that about how they're trying to put another letter on those alphabets to make it okay for those who stand under the letter P is okay with doing what they're doing because they feel like if everybody else has a right and it's okay for everybody else to do what they're doing and their feelings and how they feel, why shouldn't they? I read something like that in a paper somewhere. And a mayor in some city, I forget the city, is standing under the letter P and wanting to become a mayor in a whole nother city. I forget the city of what it was, but yeah, he's trying to make that okay. Like it's an okay thing to do. I feel like being with underage children, let's put P on the end of A, B, C, D, E, L, F, G. Let's put P on the end of that. That's where it's going, Alberta, and you're 100% correct. The agenda. Yeah, the agenda. Facts. So, once again, if you want to leave a some type of love and for the show, there's the barcode. You can show some love. I appreciate it. If you want me to highlight your whole comment, throw a throw something in there. I don't care if it's 50 cents. I appreciate it. It means a lot. Yep. If you feel like throwing it later, that's cool too. Appreciate it. Yep. So I read a few comments. There's a lot of comments. I just read two or three, but I appreciate you all you guys chiming in. Much love. It means a lot. Let me just read a few more. Let's see. Okay. Peace, family. Ezra. Blessings. Okay, okay. I actually read a few already. You are okay. Boom, 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 boom. Well, once again, go ahead and leave your comment on the comment board, man. I appreciate you guys. You have been dapped. I hope to see you on the next episode. Much love. I appreciate you chiming in. Much love and respect. I appreciate you chiming in. Thank you, Alberta. Much love. I'm going to put your comment right on the comment board right now. I sure will. I'm going to put your comment on the comment board right now. That's Alberta's full comment. Yep. Oh, yeah. Let's see if we can grab it all. All right. On top of what she said needed to be put in place, she also said, I don't care who, I don't care who it is. Nobody is coming to my home uninvited. My children already know, no matter what, if one is gay, straight, or whatever. Much love and respect, Alberta. Thank you for chiming in. Thank you for always supporting. I appreciate it. Peace and blessings. You all have been DAP. David Ann's podcast. Just giving our perspective. Much love and respect to each and every last one of you. Until next time, go over to YouTube. Do me the favor and press subscribe. YouTube, David Adams Podcast over there. Means a lot if you can do that. Very much appreciated. David Adams Podcast. Yep, go check that out.